Welcome to LVT-SHOWBIZ, the place to get the fastest, highest quality, most interesting updates and new perspectives on Chinese entertainment. Thanks for watching LVT-SHOWBIZ. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting stories from the world of Chinese celebrities. Leave your thoughts.
What would possess one of China's most private stars to completely dismantle his carefully guarded personal boundaries, risking his entire professional empire for a single public display of affection? Welcome back to LVT Showbiz, where today we explore an extraordinary, unscripted moment under the glittering lights of Hong Kong that has permanently reshaped the landscape of modern entertainment. The bustling, neon-lit streets of Hong Kong have always served as a sanctuary for those looking to lose themselves in a sea of faces, yet a recent series of remarkably candid photographs has turned this bustling metropolis into the backdrop of a profound romantic awakening. It began during a balmy evening in the dense crowd of Causeway Bay, when onlookers first noticed a strikingly tall gentleman navigating the human tide with an intensity that went far beyond casual companionship. This gentleman was none other than Shu Kai, and sheltered safely beside him, navigating the exact same steps, was Tan Songyun. What transformed these fleeting snapshots into an international media sensation was not merely their proximity, but the unmistakable, protective physical connection between them. Witnesses observed his hand firmly intertwined with hers, a steadfast anchor amidst the swirling chaos of the city. For a public figure who has spent the better part of a decade shielding his private heart behind a wall of professional courtesy, this bold gesture felt less like an accidental slip and more like a deliberate, defiant declaration of devotion. The digital realm instantly caught fire, generating over 500 million views within a matter of hours, as fans and cultural analysts began to dissect what this unexpected tenderness truly represented. It was a visual masterpiece of unspoken emotion, where every subtle shift in posture told a story of mutual reliance and deep-seated trust. As they walked through the vibrant street markets, his body language remained classically chivalrous, constantly positioning himself as a human shield between her and the surging waves of pedestrians. Whenever the crowd grew too compressed, he would instinctively draw her closer, his arm occasionally sweeping around her shoulders in a silent promise of safety. This was not the behavior of two colleagues sharing a casual holiday, but rather the visible culmination of a deep, emotional partnership that has clearly stood the test of time and secrecy. To understand the sheer magnitude of this moment, one must appreciate the unspoken rules of the Eastern entertainment industry, where personal affection is typically kept under a heavy shroud of discretion until formal announcements are made. By stepping into the public eye in such an unyielding manner, these two individuals have effectively challenged the traditional boundaries between a celebrity's duty to their audience and their right to personal happiness. Intriguingly, the timing of this magical escape is deeply telling, occurring just weeks after whispers surfaced regarding an exquisite exchange of sentimental gifts between the two during the spring festival season. What once existed merely as unverified murmurs in the dark corners of social media has now blossomed into undeniable visual reality. Relationship psychologists observing the footage noted that the way Tan Songyun leaned into his space, completely relaxed and unbothered by the heavy surrounding surveillance, speaks volumes about the emotional security she possesses in his presence. Her expression was one of serene comfort, showing no trace of the anxiety that usually accompanies a major public discovery. They were spotted over a 3-day period across 4 distinct neighborhoods, from the high-end luxury boutiques of Central to a humble, traditional eatery, where they waited patiently in line, like any ordinary young couple in love. A server at the restaurant later shared how attentive the young man was, making sure her preferences were entirely accommodated before even considering his own choice. This beautiful attentiveness painted a picture of a well-established, deeply grounded bond rather than the awkward, hesitant beginnings of a fresh romance. However, this beautiful revelation has also ignited a complex, emotional debate within the global community, creating a profound division among those who have supported their careers. On one side, a passionate collective of well-wishers has showered the couple with digital artwork, celebratory poems, and a protective barrier of kind words, arguing that every human soul deserves the freedom to love openly without fear of professional retaliation. Conversely, another group of dedicated followers feels a sense of profound disillusionment, pointing towards a 6-month history of polite deflections and vague denials from the actor's representation. This camp argues that the sudden shift from absolute secrecy to undeniable public display feels somewhat disorienting, leading to intense discussions regarding the transparency public figures owe to their community. Amidst this whirlwind of opinions, several corporate partnerships have begun to quietly reevaluate their branding strategies, reflecting the delicate balance stars must maintain between their personal truths and their commercial responsibilities. Yet, many industry insiders view this Hong Kong journey not as an administrative failure, but as a masterpiece of emotional liberation, a beautiful soft launch designed to gently acclimate the public to a beautiful reality that could no longer be contained. It represents that beautiful, universal tipping point, where the exhaustion of hiding a beautiful truth finally becomes heavier than the fear of facing the world together. This courageous chapter reminds us all that beneath the glitz, glamour, and exhausting scrutiny of the spotlight, the human heart will always seek its true home, brave enough to claim happiness in the middle of a crowded street. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful journey with us today on LVT Showbiz. And if you found yourself moved by this extraordinary story of courage and devotion, please do consider subscribing to our channel, leaving a warm like, and clicking that notification bell so you never miss another exclusive update from the world of entertainment. Your incredible support keeps our storytelling alive, and we look forward to welcoming you in the comment section below for our next captivating story.